I do not know whether he is British, but he could well be. I'll tell you something though. He is an ex-Grandmaster player.
Shall I tell you something else about him? He's down in the bottom right-hand corner of Heavy Rain. As
That's
the
true.
Blue Terran, complain.
From Team Cascade 1Bet.
Oh, we've cast them before.
We have, yes. I don't think it was Complain, but it was that team.
Yeah.
And his opponent from Clan Dark Venom, spawning in the top of Heavy Rain. He's the Green Zerg Guru.
Yes,
And he is a bit of... Well, he's a strong player. We've seen him a few times. He has a wide variety of strategies outside of the ZvP matchup. And inside the ZvP matchup has one very reliable strategy.
Yes, inside the ZvP matchup, he likes to build his hatcheries in unconventional places.
I think that's the best. That's all you really need to say about Guru. He's done it enough times that I don't even feel like we might be sabotaging his tactics now. That's just the thing he does most times. In fairness, he didn't do it last time we cast him, but in extra fairness, he did lose. So
yeah, that's true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Either way, Complain going for a one racks. Well, probably a one racks expand. Getting a barracks down anyway. Given the way it's rallied, most likely looking that he's going to throw down a CC on the low ground as well. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there. Maybe a Reaper as well with the refinery coming down. And then
Yeah.
he's microing his
Very
supply
standard.
depot as well.
he's keeping his APM active. He's just going up, down.
Gonna use your
up,
APM.
down. Sorry, I'm just typing in chat.
Yes, I am. I'm saying you are informing the lower leagues of their opportunities.
Yes.
But yeah. Guru's just, gone Overlord, keeping a watchful eye out for any bunker rushes. He's also, slightly interestingly, he's not positioning the Overlord in sight on top of the hatchery. He's positioned it on this little sort of mini high ground area. So that actually, if his opponent was the sort to go for a bunker rush, he might go, okay, so I can go for a bunker rush here. And then Guru actually draws out a bit more of a committal. So it's a little bit of a bait from Guru that I think is quite cool. If he's confident in handling bunker rush, when he spots the bunker being built, then I think that's a really nice little bit of strategy.
Yeah, it's just he cuts down on his early game scouting is the thing. He does have to be a little bit careful with this Overlord. It's his primary scouting method, his primary scouting Overlord at this point. So he has to make sure he doesn't lose that to anything sneaky like flying command centers and marines and stuff. But it's more than likely that he won't need it, because it's quite easy to see what a Terran is up to, because Terrans only have a certain amount of things they can actually really do. There's mech, there's bio, there's some combination of those, and all he really needs to know to work out which one is going on is to see a couple of timings and see a bit of gas. On the note of Terrans, there is a bit of Reaper micro going on in the base of Guru. It's picked off a drone already, which is nice. Complain getting that kill. He has to be a little bit of miscontrol there. He's gonna have to get that Reaper out and let it regen.
Yeah, he is. But got some nice scouting range. Did I actually see the second gas? Oops. I don't think it really saw whether that gas had been taken. So not too much scouting information, but it did get a drone. So
He'll see it now, I think, if he goes in. That's a second drone picked off. This is really the 2 Reaper style in a nutshell. Just doing the damage it can. He's got 1 or 2 kills. 3 kills, I think. Three drone kills.
Wow, yeah, 3 kills on this Reaper, and there's actually a third Reaper out, but that one's just patrolling at the front.
Yes, trying to catch them Zergin dirty. And behind this, seeing an extra command center, actually. 3rd CC after factory for Complain. So he's very, very much going swinging towards the macro side of things, but I really like this. Getting that fast 3rd command center really improves the SCV production a huge amount. And the Reapers are just still in the base being annoying. So Complain feels in a really dominant position in this game. Guru's very much on the back foot. It'd be rare to see Guru get knocked out so early if this were to knock him out.
It would be pretty unusual. And Complain's going for a
Complain
reactive
seems really strong.
Coming out. He's been doing some pretty good plays. These Reapers have been definitely doing work. 5 kills on that Reaper. I think the other one's on 0. He's microing so that one Reaper gets all the kills. He wants to promote that Reaper.
That means it levels up faster, right?
Exactly.
He's last hitting. He's practicing last hitting.
It's an important skill in StarCraft.
Yeah, it means that it's going to be a hero soon.
Yeah,
but this drone Guru's trying to expand. He's very much trying to expand. He's got 300 bag minerals, and these Reapers are doing a grand job of preventing that from happening. These 2 Queens are now being forced out to prevent that, and they're essentially being a little escort.
Yeah, they are. Guru's thrown down his third base as well, but of course, Complaint's just actually finished his third CC, so he can fly that out and land it whenever he feels comfortable. I think it'll be a little while before he feels like he has enough map control to really secure either his third positions, most likely this one. And Guru's got some pretty good vision over there with the 4 Zerglings as well. So, but for now, he's going to use it for the extra mules, and those mules will at least temporarily pay for themselves after 2 mule drops. So in 2 minutes, this Orc Command will start paying off as an investment.
Oh, Reaper goes down, but was that the Hero Reaper? No, there's still a Reaper with 6 kills. The kill steal. And so far, Complaint is doing a really great job of not overcommitting to anything. Guru has made roaches, which he doesn't ideally really want to be doing unless he's committing to some kind of major attack. And this has mainly been for defense, but as I say that, nice little run by into the natural by those lings, just picking off maybe an SCV or 2.
Yeah, nice.
Those roaches didn't move all the way across the map, man.
Yeah, those roaches, yeah. I mean, I think I've seen thinking, Guru use roaches in ZvT before, but I don't think... I think roaches they're decent for some early game stuff, and they're decent Roach Bane timings, but they lose so much effectiveness against Terran, even just against Marines, after medevacs come out, after combat shields. Each one of those, medevacs, combat shields, makes roaches take an extra hit to be killed. Or makes
that was
Marines
such a nice
hit
engagement.
to be killed by Reapers. Yeah, Complaint cleaned up all those roaches and only lost a Hellion, I think.
Really handy. Getting ready now. I mean, with his great macro, Complaint has got such a good macro position. He has nearly the same amount of workers as the Zerg due to his Reaper harassment, due to his fast macro play himself, and the fact that Reapers can just dominate that map is so strong. He just feels in such a commanding position at this point. He's got these Marauders sitting out there. He's got he's getting ready to take his third at about the 10-minute mark, as is very standard. And he just seems so strong at this point. I'm just really impressed. Really impressed by how easy he's making this look.
Yeah, he absolutely does. I think Guru's going to have to do a little bit of work to actually get back into this. Guru's going to take his 4th at the same time, so he's keeping that extra 1 base ahead that Zerg really needs to against Terran.
Yeah,
and Complaint's going to...
Or indeed can afford to.
Yes.
Yeah, they just have to be very careful. Both players need to be careful not to allow for anything too crazy to go down at this point. There is a medevac drop heading out towards the 4th base in a fairly obvious attempt to deny it, but he's going to have to be careful not to be seen by that creep, and I think he has been seen.
Yes.
Where is the reaction? Where's the reaction? Very little reaction. There we go. Streaming over now, roaches and the first mutalisks. But I mean, this is a scary drop. Great anti-building DPS, and if he stims and snipes this down, I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah,
no
and
cancel
at
from
the same
Guru
time.
as well.
At the same time, some Hellions made their way into the 3rd base of Guru and managed to kill a couple of drones. Not too much damage,
I think
but just a couple of drones standing off. Nice little bit of multitasking, attacking tough positions at once. Always good to do.
I think Guru did a really smart thing by not pulling his drones and overreacting there. It meant he lost a lot less than if he had to line up. That was always good.
Yeah, I think
the little Ling run by at the 3rd of Complaint, just driven away super easily. But Guru's kind of struggling to put on the aggression at this point. He's got this Mutalisk force, but it's not very large. He's got this Roach force, which is kind of getting more and more useless as we move into the late game. And he feels to me like he's looking for an opening, and he just can't see one at the moment.
Yeah, he's just starting his Baling Nest as well, which is extraordinarily late, I think, for normal TVZ. And Complaint's moving out now. No,
yeah.
Just... Yeah, no, Complaint's going to start moving across the map and start doing some pressure with his actual army. He's got quite a lot of infrastructure behind this. He's got a couple of missile turrets as well, so he's pretty well defended. He's going to have a lot of reinforcements coming out. When this army dies, there's going to be another one just as big. Or bigger.
Who can say? who can say as to the relative size of the army? Getting some nice creep kills there. Complain just keeping his opponent suppressed. But there's actually some really decent creep in general coming out of Guru. He's got a really good early warning system in this game, and that's going to really help him because he needs all the advantages he can get in the face of this Terran with slightly superior upgrades, slightly superior army. This is a dangerous engagement to take without banelings.
Yeah, I think I agree, but I think he's going to be okay. There's quite a lot of Mutalisk here, and as long as he can get the Roaches to tank for them, yeah, he manages to drive away that army. But looking back at Complain's base, there's more army there, and they're going to be able to chase away those Mutalisks.
Thank goodness for Mutalisk speed buffs. Just getting out of there with most of his mutants intact. I don't think he's lost very much in that area at all, and that is one of the most important things to keep alive your Mutaforce, because they're so pricey.
Yeah, absolutely. He's still got 17 Mutas up there, and he's still producing more, so that is good.
Yeah. This creep, once again, giving Guru that little bit of extra time to get into position, which is so invaluable when dealing with these marauding Terran strike forces. This is the only force Complain has out on the map, so the fact that the army is there and ready. Oh, losing a Mutalist though, a little bit sloppy, but now the engagement comes in from Guru. Decent Ling aggression. There aren't really any mines, but there are a good few Hellbats.
Yeah,
the Roaches, I think, have got this.
Oh yeah, I think so. Those Roaches are actually doing a pretty decent amount. They
Hellbat drop in the main.
Oh, yes.
Hellbat, you know, they've got their big shield hands up and just going, no, no, no. And getting some good toasted drone up on that.
Yeah, they are. And Medevac speed boost has run out as well, but it has managed to regroup up the same army, so it looks like it'll live fighting. Oh, did I just see Banelings bursting against that rock? Oh, no.
God, might have done.
Yep, there are a few Banelings wasted on that rock, which is a bit of a shame from Guru. Very easy to do, though.
Yes, the Medevac's trying to boost out, not quite enough, but the reinforcing army will drive away these Zerg forces.
There's the Hero Reapers. They're still alive. Or possibly some new Reapers that have been built by accident.
It could also be those. I simply don't know. I'm trying to pick them out in the force. It's not possible.
I did it.
Yeah, these mutants are being chased all over the place, but actually, they've managed to get themselves between... oh, that was dangerous. Bit brave there from the mutants there. They managed to get themselves between the between Complain's army and Complain's base. So he's going to be able to go home and do some damage with these, hopefully.
Ooh, oh, nice attempt at Thor Micro, but those mutants did manage to pick off the Medevac in the end. Yeah, I think the mutants are going to dart in here and snipe a couple of Medevacs. Pretty good micro. Nice. Always nice to get free stuff with the mutas. Because if you get stuff that costs mutas, it's usually not worth it.
Nope. Good cost. I mean, unless it's like one muta for a Thor or something, or mutas for a Colossus maybe. But either way, these mutas are they're trying desperately to out-control, whilst at the same time a drop is going into the fourth base. But the mutas are going to really struggle. The Medevac's kind of outmaneuvering at this point, and with the turret forces, the turret wall in the main, the mutas are really hard-pressed to actually put on the harassment that they're basically designed for.
Yeah, it's really difficult for them. Nice couple turret positions. And I really like the way Complain he saw that Guru was trying to come around here and just lifted up and took the short route.
Yeah, really sharp. That Overlord is still hanging out.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that.
So, good job, Guru, for keeping that alive. Like I suggested, might be a tidy plan. There are how many meters are on the field for Guru? 27 meters. 27 that's loads, man. That's loads.
That's a lot of meters. That's more meters than you usually see in a ZvT. Unless it's like Jaedong playing. Jaedong likes his meters. Like in every matchup, Jaedong builds an unusual number of mutas, so who knows? Maybe Guru's the next Jaedong.
We can only hope. See if we can see some Jaedong level plays. For now, it's not looking quite like Jaedong level, but give him time. And in the meantime, whilst Complain isn't going to try and give him that time. He's running into the base once again, attempting to pick off the macro hatch and just do as much damage as he can, pre-splitting even a little bit. This map doesn't give you that much opportunity to kind of spread out and fan out as you want to do as a Terran player. And so he's trying to take a fight in the widest areas possible. There's the split. Is it enough? I think he's trading very nicely, but if you look at the units lost, it's really even. Worse now. Muta died.
Yeah, a lot of those Banelings went off on Marauders, and yeah, Complain's doing this exactly right. He's keeping his Marauders forwards and running the Marines away, but actually his whole force is cleaned up. Great pick off on the Medevacs as well, and yeah, Complain's in a little spot of trouble here. he invested quite a lot in some static D and a lot of. I think he was building 3 command centers at once, and I don't know. I don't think his army was quite strong enough to fight Gurus. Roachbane Muta.
No, Roach is really unusual to see in that kind of composition, but it paid off. He made those Roaches for defense, but then he made them pay for themselves, and that's all you can really ask for if you are forced into a tech path to make it at least cost effective. And it's just really strong play coming out of Guru. He's actually managed to swing it back a little bit after that really strong last engagement, picking off a Thor with the Mutalisk, sending the Banelings into the... No. Banelings just getting killed by Blue Flame Hellbats, which incidentally looks super, super cool.
They do look super, super cool.
Losing a lot of Banes there, actually, for not really any return.
Yeah, it took a couple of big hits on his Mutas, and they're going to heal off, like, instantly, so, you know.
Yeah, they do that. He's actually in a good spot. Like, Guru is managing to trade pretty effectively until that last fight, where he got off a really, really nice engagement, and is now a little bit ahead.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
the units lost.
These Mutas...
Drop going into the...
Gonna try and pick up a Thor, actually. Gonna get that, too. There's some pretty nice pickoffs there. And I think they're going to be able to pick off this Planting Rods as well, which is quite big. I mean, that Planting Rods didn't really get any kills, didn't do anything.
There are 2 drops. There's a drop in the 5th of Guru and a drop in the natural as well. The drop in the natural being cleaned up very effectively, but the drop in the 5th is getting so many drones, stimmed to the point of absolute self-destruction. Might get cleaned up by these Lings pretty easily because of that. Yeah, there's a little force. So he manages to keep that base, which is really nice. But there's so many Mutas now. Mutas in the main base of Complaint, ripping through the army, just attempting to trade as effectively as possible, not get caught out. But he's just in such a good spot. He's just shredding them. Ooh,
quite a few Mutas.
Good Thor shots, though.
Thor, yeah. And that actually wasn't a drop in Guru's 5th base. There was a group of Marines that actually got walked up all the way from here. They stimmed about twice on their way and then just turned up.
Yeah, I'm just used to calling them drops.
I know. I just thought it was. I mean, it doesn't really take anything away from it to call it a drop. I just think it's kind of cool that Complaint just decided, you know what, it's not that far. I'll just walk it, and stimmed his Marines twice on the way.
This is a really nice macro game.
Yeah.
This is really cool to see.
Guru's
the
going to
fact
take
that both
a bit
players
of an
kind of
upgrade lead. Oh no, I lied. 3-3 finished. When did that happen? Oh, I was looking at the Hellbats. Well, they're biological. Why don't they get biological upgrades?
Because it would be silly. Just like everything about Hellbats and being healed and upgrades and all that nonsense. Good job they aren't used every TVT now, but I mean, this is not a TVT, so we don't need to worry ourselves about that. What we need to worry ourselves about is Guru's army smashing into the 3rd base, but he's actually taking some pretty sketchy engagements against those turrets. And in the meantime, the whole army of Complaint is in the 3rd base.
Yeah, it is. That's going to melt immediately. There's some Hellbats as well here. Kill the Queen. They're making their way through the drone line, and they're probably going to be able to kill off this hatchery as well. And Guru's force has just made it back. Ooh, that is a lot of Overlords. He does not want to lose all those. And he also doesn't want to lose all his Banelings on those Thors.
The Roach is attempting to snipe off the Thors.
He really needs to get perfect Baneling connections here. And those aren't really it. All exploding in the middle of nothingness. And now it's pretty much just the Mutas and the Roaches left. It's going to be a real challenge for him to take this fight. The Mutas at 2-2 to 3-3 Marines, so not that much of an upgrade difference. But Marines are just so strong on Mutalisk. But there's so many of them. Oh my god, and Guru managed to clean it up.
I did not know where that fight was going, but I would have lent in favour of Complaint. But all the Marines are dead now, and the Mutas are just saying, your army's on timed life. I don't care what you think. The Marauders are desperately trying to do everything they can.
But it's not much. They take down 2 heroes before dying. And yeah, Complaint's only just re-established control of his 3rd base. And as we say that, Guru takes 6th base, but he has lost his 3rd and 5th.
This game is so evenly matched. Complaint still losing a little bit more than his opponent. This is really nice to see. Guru controlling those Mutalisks expertly, only taking fights that he can win with them so far. And he's taking he's taking another base. He's getting ready to mine a little more. He might even re-expand to his 3rd, but there are only about he is re-expanding to his 3rd base now. And in the meantime, the Mutas are going on the attack, being careful not to attack into the wall of missile turrets, but picking off Marines where he can, trying to lose as little as possible.
He's got 30 Mutas, or 31 now, and he was still producing them when I decided I was going to point that out. Though he has... Oh no, he's still producing them still. And, I think he's going to... No, he's just going to go in 3rd.
Nice pick off on these mules if he gets them. That would be a really worthwhile
he might be able to get that base. He
nice.
just managed to pick off the base. And there's no more turrets here. There's no more missile turrets. He took them out earlier. He can kill off the Sense Tower, very expensive for the amount of health. He can kill off this base as well. That's one fewer set of mules. And these, wow, these mules are just making them look so powerful against Terran.
They are a fantastic unit if you let there be enough of them, and obviously they scale up a little bit more than just linearly because of the splash that they do have. I think Complain's just kind of got a bit tired of this, and he's deciding that he's going to go and attack because he can't defend against the mutants. They're just too mobile. He is defending by attacking, and that's its own defense. All these medevacs, though.
Ooh,
wow.
That is a big loss. 3 of them make it out of there to gather up with the army, and when Guru sees...
Oh, Widow Mines!
Yeah, when Guru sees...
Finally seeing some... Go on.
When Guru sees the Marine Force, he just has to run away. It's a bit late to say that anymore. Whatever. He ran away well. Oh!
Come on! Come on!
Oh my god! It's so close! They're going to unburrow and get a little bit of a flank off, and that does split the force. But,
yeah, not too bad.
Potential there. But yeah, all these mutants, the medevac, they are Marines even, have all been taken out, and another fantastic clear up by Guru. A couple mutants lost to those Widow Mines, but it's nothing too crippling.
No.
Swarm host, we got a Swarm host on the way here. I think this is a Widow Mine clearing Swarm host. I think that's really cool.
I think you might be right. He's making a single Swarm host and he's just going to use it to trigger the mines. That's sharp. That's intelligent play.
It's awesome. It's something we saw a little bit at the start of HOTS, but it's fallen out of favour slightly. So I'd really love for it to make a comeback, because it's one of those uses.
That's because
it's a use of Swarm host that isn't sit there, build static D, and wait for the Swarm host to kill the base.
Yeah. The mutants are just doing such nice jobs. You know, all the time, being wherever they need to be, taking the good fights, sniping off command centers left, right, and center whenever they can, being so careful not to get hit by that Widow Mine that nearly just made me scream a little bit.
Yeah, there's no detection with this force, this mutant force.
It is on its way. He has made a few overseers. They're just kind of traveling at the moment. He really needs that thing that makes them go faster, Pneumatized Carapace.
Are you sure it's not Red Stripes?
Yes, them too. It's Racing Stripes, man. I think that's actually a better name for the upgrade.
Racing Stripes. Those overlords zooming around the skies, crashing into Vikings, crashing into Phoenixes. Oh, they're a menace. They are.
They are a menace, and so's Guru. He's up by 6,000 units lost in resources.
That's quite a bit.
So well.
It's certainly not crippling, and Complain's only mining off like a base and a half, actually. So he needs to get.
Guru's
this
income
game
is actually
finished
ahead,
soon.
even with mules.
Yeah, no, I'm not that surprised. I mean, he needs to repair that. Complain. What? No, it's dead.
It's gone, but and you know what? The whatever number base this is of Guru still isn't dead. I thought it was going down. Nice to pick off these mules though. Are they mining gas? I thought. Oh no, they were fixing it. They were mining gas.
I think he just boxed the worker line and sent it to the gas to try and.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's only one town centre left for Complain. There's his Planetary Fortress right here. And yeah, that's the only thing he's got to mine with. That's the only mining base he's got. He doesn't have any sources of mules.
His production is absolutely crippled as well. He has so few production facilities, which means that the army he has on the field now is pretty much all the army he is going to get. There is a solitary swarm host that is attempting to spit out locusts and fight this marine army, and it's not doing the greatest job in the world. Guru wisely deciding not to unburrow that. He did select it for a moment. But all Guru has to do is take good fights now. He just has to be intelligent and not screw up. And then I think he could really have this game in the bag.
Yeah, and